Yeah, I'm a Mayday. Bubbles and it's popping, I tip her. I skip her out my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down.
Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shorty ought to been my me. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left. Yeah, yeah.
Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so deep like a spaceship. I swear my life is.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Dallas Cowboys.
What's that on that beat?
Addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my bands. Started getting money. I see how it feels to be rich. I live by the beach now. That's how I should live. Since I was a toddler, I knew that I would become this. I cannot move slow. That's a big no. Gotta chase this money, bankroll after big bankroll. I must get this money. I must get this money. I must get this money, get this money, get this money. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends.
Got 100, I need bands. Now look at my dance. What is my jam? Run and get you that bands. Turning that party up. Used to have a my Nautica. Know the money be calling up. Friend, I'm tryna all of ya. Talking about it ballin', watch this. Started let me too quick. Went to Oakland with a few. Took 'em all you break. Yeah. Imagine what I paid for the rollie. Still from the police. 24 carats on my Kobe. Yeah.
Hey. Okay. Pocket through big day sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to Kudo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket through big day sumo. Pocket through big day sumo. Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to Kudo. You and her no know. Tell me who the hottest that you know. If it ain't me, you Curry keep the flame calling Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. Hold up. I just want the knowledge and the power. Hold up. Why the looking at me sour? Eat it like chowder. Rada. Never gave a about $1. No money, me.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vannas. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done dared every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Dallas Cowboys. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch him now, Barney.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll give to Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
This is Brown on the carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. There he goes inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for the Cowboys. 44 yards on the ground. After the big... Try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. Stop him for no gain.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney.
There's a quarterback sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
372. 380. 380. 72.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Spread right, 72. Lucy. Lucy. Move.
They go play action here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move them around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
380.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis, twisting away. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Watch him now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now, Barney.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. out comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. On second down, here's Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook, 55 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the fin. Ended today, and it's not going to. We still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it to Hearns. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The give is to Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Omaha. 372. 11. Lucy.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there at 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Bortles now to throw. The connecting here with DJ Shark. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Cowboys have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. I don't think this will even... Nope, it doesn't. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On first down, Bortles. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
380. 380.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Now a play fake here on first down. And the defense loses him. It's complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 47 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
380. 380. 372. Lucy.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
10th carry now for Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, let's go. Trick left, trick left. 11B, 11B. 73, 73. So right, so right. Nice 39, Lucy. So left, so left. Move. Green inside.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
That's right. Hey, 54, Ricky. 11, 11. Hey, 54, Ricky. Omaha, Omaha, Omaha. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Bortles now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They start on the ground with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13 and also the 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that lead is back down to 9 now. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough.
Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
So right, so right. Green 80, green 80. Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. Move.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right. He's got a man, complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big third down play there for the Jags. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Green 80. Move. Green is it.
Bortles now on 1st down. Able to get away. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Nice 39, Lucy. Hey, let's go. Trick flex, trick flex. Switch, switch, switch. So right, so right.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. Looking, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on everything.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Point after now from Sturgis. Sturgis for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Detroit!
They'll drop the throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Troy Apke. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hank. Spread right, 72. Hey, let's go, trip flat. Spread left.
Bortles. Flushed out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Let's take a throw right here. 380.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Looking deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Move.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 32 that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
To throw, it's Bortles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So right. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Now Bortles again. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden, because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there.
Watch it now, Barney. Over.
Here's Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Patriot! Watch it now, Barney!
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Seems he was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks.
To mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Set. Green 80. 76, 76. You. Set.
Bortles going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Lucy. 76, 76. 11B.
On first and 10, here's Bortles. Going for the deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Lucy.
Bortles going to throw here. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows it.
Somebody call for the queen.
But I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. Got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the ocean. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture. You got the picture me. Pacific ice in my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies, you never the luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly on. They call it for me and they. You won't be like me and I look. Yeah, yeah, B-Rex better calm down. Yeah, if you go around, come around. Yeah, whole squad. Yeah, squad go with me. Yeah, make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah, you can go and get mad. Jumping in the beat. Start teething. Who'd you? My shawty pulling up. Real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the ocean. I had a in my shoulder.